stars. Just. All right, shout out, guys. What's going on? Eaton Radio and Fabsabs. We're here on Facebook, Instagram, Mixcloud, YouTube, YouPorn, SexTube. What else is there? I got some special guests here today. No. Yeah, exactly. I just have like one track mind. So, okay, guys, I want to introduce two of my guests here today. Sky Limbu, Pressure K, also known as Sky and Ben. Yo, shout out to the guys. We got cameras here and here, just so you know. I'm going to change the angle of this. And they got some new tracks, man, so we're going to play some of them first. Let's start with Get Down. This is off the joint EP that they put out pretty recently. Can you tell me when the EP came out? Oh, last month, 25th Feb. 1 week ago. 666 says, Punish 2. What the hell is that? Man, you're sick. We're staying PC, guys. All right, let's do this. All right, this is Pressure K, Sky Limbu. Get Down. Yo, what's up, guys? If you're just here on the Facebook and Instagram, I'm joined here by Sky and Ben. Yo, say hi, guys.
Yo, how you guys doing?
Hey guys.
All right, that was their track "Get Down." It's off the EP they released the end of February. So we're hearing a lot of different styles there. Hearing like what kind of style would you classify these genres?
It's mostly a combination of trap and future bass, but we just call it future trap, I guess. Future trap.
Yeah, I mean, in the build up, we kind of add some drum and bass elements too. So it just came. We just end up doing this randomly. It was he just popped by to my studio, and then I was like, let's do something. And then I was like, we were just randomly playing around with vocal like a cappella that time, and I was just like, oh, here we go. Here's an ARP, because most of the ARPs are used by vocals.
Yeah.
Too vocal samples too.
Right. So like in terms of like, how do you guys know each other actually? How tell us where the magic start?
Is there a chance you know Waleed? Ignotus?
Oh, Waleed, yeah.
Yeah. So
for sure,
so we actually got introduced to each other by Waleed, and we used to play together at Picada on the roof. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it.
Yeah.
You got super drunk that one night.
Yeah, we talked about
The night we met, Sky here got completely wasted. We went home at 6
I did
a.m.
not walk home.
He walked home at 6 a.m.
Wait, so like, how far is your house? Is it a long way?
Yeah, it wasn't too far. Like maybe like 30 minutes walk, I guess.
But when you're like super drunk, it takes so long to walk. You're just like
30 minutes. It's like
you can add another extra 15. So yeah, maybe.
So yeah, the Picada is much missed, man. I remember that there were it was Ignotus and then David and who else? A few guys were doing the regular Friday, right?
Yeah.
Immuno, right? Nick,
yeah.
Nick Gavin, right? Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. That they're all like a lot of like, I guess different styles and like creativity, right? Yeah. So what about in terms of the production when you like work together? What kind of programs are you using? Is it like digital, like, or like using some analog stuff, or like what kind of stuff? What was the sort of vibe or jam?
So mostly we just use Ableton. I mean, the thing is we have some outboard synths in our studio, but most of the time we're too lazy to patch it up. So we're just like, I mean, we've sampled a few things off like, the middle C, and it's like we just throw into sampler or whatever. But to be honest, most of the time, like, we work in our own like space.
Yeah.
So the studio is kind of where we collab on the songs that we want to work together on. But, at home, we kind of have like our own like ideas and stuff like that. We kind of just bring it to each other. So if I have a song that I want to work with Sky on, it's like, all right, look, I have this idea. I've already made like maybe a little bit of it, like 20%. It's there. Well, what do you think? Do you want to collab together or not? And most of the EP, it kind of came together like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's good to have that sort of ability as well to work together, because sometimes maybe you could work together and then like 2 years later you're like still not finished. But you guys seem to be able to get these tracks out pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was time like there was some times where we couldn't. I mean, we try to go for a lot of style. We tried doing dubstep or something.
Oh yeah, that's
and then it doesn't work out, and then you can't really force most of the tracks.
Yeah.
So for that, and at that moment we just like just step back for a while and do something else instead. Maybe mix or master.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So cool. Should we check out another track? Cause we just did 15 minutes of chatting. All right, let's do. So that track was called "Get Down," and it was off the Genesis EP that came out on February 25th, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Pressure K, Sky Limbu. Tell us about any IG handles for the audience, just to make sure they. I'll put it on the set later as well.
Yeah, sure.
So for me, it's just it's Pressure K. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, everywhere. It's all the same.
Well, for me, it's just Sky Limbu. Not too hard to find me.
Cool, guys. So what are we going to listen to next?
Ocean Drive, yeah.
Okay. All right. This is also from the EP, Genesis EP, that they put out, and it's called Ocean Drive. Yeah. Funny, actually, I'll tell you a story about that. This is Eaton Radio, guys. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday. Shout out to Sam. Why, Sam? Hello. Sam 係咪發完脾氣啊？哈哈。All right, guys, that was Ocean Drive. That's by Pressure K, Limbu, who are just right here. And we were talking about, that had like a lot of organic, like rock or like instrumental sounds in it. So we want to hear more about the process. Shout out, by the way, to James. Dubstep, James says. What's up, dude? Lewis, what's up? Sam, what's up? So anyway, let's hear more about the track. So that one's got an intriguing guitar solo. So I think Sky was saying that he was the guy that put that in there. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, before like all this electronic music, I used to play guitar, like, and then I think it's just like last 4 years I've been doing electronic music. So I thought like Ben was like, oh, how about use your guitar? Cause like I was like, oh, let me think if I can or not.
Oh, that's cool. So then you guys. So how did you patch that through? Was it like, or did you guys record it and then put it in, or?
The funny part is that he actually did his guitar at home, and he was telling me that he had a bunch of problems with it. So like some noise coming through the cables and stuff like that, right? But then we realized we kind of like it.
Yeah.
So we brought it into the studio, and another thing is that we have a proper amp and everything in the studio, but we were too lazy to set it up. So
don't be lazy, guys. Don't be lazy.
So instead of getting a clean recording, we just used the dirty one and tried to fix it using like plugins and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then it turned out really like crunchy and organic, so we kind of just put it in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's always that thing where like sometimes like you want the track to sound like more like raw and like kind of interesting, and sometimes like that mistake can be really good, you know, or you know, like I don't know. Like my friend always says, like he's like, I remember we went out drinking, and my friend's like, I want to make electronic tracks, but I want them to sound like shit, but like good, like good shit though, like a good shit, you know. I was like, yeah, I think I get it. I think I get it. Yeah.
It's like you clean it up and then you destroy it again.
If you want to make that, it's called Rhythm. You should search it up.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So yeah, and what about the name of the track? Like, how did you guys? Where did that come from?
I mean, this is actually a cover. So like there's a track called Ocean Drive by Duke Demon, if you heard of that.
Oh yeah, Duke Demon.
Yeah. And then we had our friend shout out to Sahil, like our friend like come over and then had him sing, and then he did a really good job, and then it just came together. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually, funny enough, there's a track from the '90s called Ocean Drive that was super big. It was like, but it's like super like pop, like, and you know those pop songs where you're like drunk and you're like, oh, I like this song. Like, I don't know.
It's fun to like jam out.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
It's
like-
guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's pretty bad because I got really wasted last Friday, and then I think I was like woke up, and then I put on like some '90s like bad techno, like you know those songs like "Do you think you're better off?" Like, and I was just like, oh my god, what am I doing? You know, that's what hangovers do to you, man.
The next
Destroy
day
you.
you. Just like, you just regret that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So where's the studio then? You guys, or you don't show? You have separate studios?
Oh no.
No, we have a joint studio. It's called Hyperspace Studios. You can just Google it. We're in
Yeah.
Kwintong, so you can come visit.
So is it like all musicians and stuff?
It's just two of us. Like we're just sharing a space that we find how do I say it?
Just
Like
just so we can work
productive
our
in.
ideas.
Yeah, we can work on our stuff.
Yeah.
We have like our own setup there, and it's kind of like our productive safe space
Yeah.
in a way where we can kind of just produce without any external
Yeah.
like distractions.
Oh, cool.
I'll say it's more for us. It's like we usually get our ideas at home, and then we always take it to the studio and then get it done, like mix everything there.
Oh, that's cool. Mate, so guys, what do you want to keep on playing some of the EP?
Yeah.
So which what we got like 42.
42. Yeah. That's
42.
The yeah. That's
All right,
my
guys.
favorite.
All right.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So Sky says this is his favorite track coming out here. So we got like a lot of expectations. 152. I'm wondering is this dubstep? What is it?
Just play it.
All right, I'm gonna play it first. All right, we're gonna give Eaton Hotel a plug. This is the only hotel in Hong Kong that runs a radio station that does a lot of like social empowering and helping the community. So yeah, shout out to Eaton Radio. We're right here, and yeah, keep on partying. All right, this is the track 42. It's from the Genesis EP by Pressure K. Sky Limbu are right here with me. So let's listen to it, and then yep, catch you soon.
I said I'm sipping on that lean, thankful with my team. Syrup on that syrup, how you mean? I said I'm sipping on that lean, thankful with a dream. Syrup on that syrup, how you mean? I said I'm sipping on that lean, thankful with my team. Sipping on that lean, thankful with a dream. I'm sipping on that lean, thankful with my team. Sipping on that lean, thankful with a dream. said I'm sipping on that lean. Came through with my team. Syrup on that syrup, how you mean? I said I'm sipping on that lean. Came through with a dream. Syrup on that syrup, how you mean? I said I'm sipping on that lean. Came through with my team. Sipping on that lean. Came through with a dream. I'm sipping on that lean. Came through with my team. Sipping on that lean. Came through with a dream.
All right, man. That was the song 42. We got a comment here. Is that Akash?
Yeah, that's me. Yo, hey Yuki, how you doing?
Shout out to Yuki, man. How you doing? And shout out to Jerome. What's up? In honor of Jerome, who's just joined. We have to do the usual cheesy mic effects. Hi, Jerome. Did that work? Fuck you.
It's working, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, no. You know why? It's too close. All right, let's try again. Oh. All right, that's lame. All right, guys. So that was the track 42. So who did the vocals? Let's hear about that.
No. The vocal, it's actually an acapella. Like I had it in my sample pack.
Ah, cool.
So to be honest, I didn't know if I wanted to add vocal on this or not, but I was like, oh shit, this thing kind of sounds good. Actually, it's like really slow, the vocal. Just pitch it up and then I start chopping it, and then I gave it to Ben because I was like, yo, this is all I got, and then take it from here, and then he kind of flipped it around afterward because the draft I made is nothing like this.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
So the original sounded a bit more like dance pop.
Yeah, dubsteppy kind of.
Dubsteppy, dance poppy type of thing. It's a bit more chill, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's definitely like, I mean, to me, it's quite unusual track. It's like 152 BPM. Like it's got like some like housey, future housey bits, and then it's got like that double time part in the middle, which could almost get versions like almost like those Japanese techno style, you know, or something, you know, or I don't know, hard style. I'm not sure. Like,
So for the double time part, it's actually a genre called Jersey Club.
Jersey Club.
It's super big among mostly in the U.S. really, but I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I think it needs to go mainstream. It never actually gone like through its peak or anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of still like its own thing. It's a small community or whatever.
It's in Jersey.
It's in Jersey. There. How about that?
I definitely need to check that out, man, because it's like automatically when that came on, I was like, oh, what is this? I've heard bits, so I don't know how to describe it. Jersey Club, man, that's awesome. Yeah, learn a new thing every day. Yeah, and then, I mean, all these like there was like a style of called. Have you guys ever Be More, like Baltimore?
Baltimore. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good, but it's kind of dead now. No one plays it anymore. Yeah. Yeah. So that was the track 42. I'm here with Pressure K, Sky Limbu, and that was off their EP. It's called Genesis. And check it out on all major streaming platforms. We got one more track from the EP to play, which is called It's Over.
I feel like you're gonna like this one.
Yeah.
All right, man. So tell us about It's Over, man. It's not a breakup track, is it?
It's actually over now.
Yeah, we're actually about to leave, but we'll see you guys next time.
No more. I mean, we're gonna
So-
like, you know.
I'm not gonna give too much spoilers, but I feel like from the BPM, you should probably be able to guess what this is. It's a nice track. It's a nice track, I think. Pretty chill.
It's an acoustic. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So, just for listeners out there, it's at 174. Let's look at the waveform. I'm guessing there's a build there. That could be a bass drop in, maybe a drum and bass. Let's give it drum and bass. Not very smart, but I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. There's a guy, Jerome, who just joined. He likes always play some DDR style music, like Dance Dance Revolution. Yeah. And then like last week, I think we're trying to go to like 300 BPM, but it sounds. I actually been to a rave where it's like 200 BPM rave.
Was it hardstyle?
Yeah, like about even more. Like it's sometimes it's just like totally unlistenable, you know. I don't know, but okay, guys. Anyway, what's up, Paul? Hey, Paul, what's up, mate?
What's up?
All right, guys. This track's called "It's Over." It's Pressure K and Sky Limbu. Here we go.
Stay with me until dawn comes. I will
It's
be
over, bitches.
the
Okay, we're all
only
leaving. Fuck you.
one.
Just kidding.
As
Stay.
we grow,
Don't leave.
I
Don't
love
leave.
you more. That is all we're living for. Stay with me until dawn comes. I will be the only one. As we grow, I love you more. That is all we're living for. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear. Stay with me until dawn comes. I will be the only one. As we grow, I love you more. That is all we're living for. Stay with me until dawn comes. I will be the only one. As we grow, I love you more. That is all we're living for. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear. I don't need to tell you that it's over. You can probably see it in the way I stay, and I know if I come any closer, this is gonna be too much for us to bear.
All right, guys. That's called It's Over. And so we've finished the EP, the Pressure K and Sky Limbu.
Yeah.
It's over. Goodbye. No, just kidding. We're still here. We're still here. At least for another 25 minutes. And looks like outside there's getting some happy hour fired up, which is always good. Yeah, so that was like a pretty like pure drum and bass track. So how did you guys come up with that one? What was the concept? How did it go?
We were actually going through a burnout phase after producing like multiple future bass and trap tracks. So we just decided to do something different, I guess. There wasn't much of a process. We kind of just sat around and we're like, oh, what if we just do drum and bass? Oh, that's pretty cool. And then we just did it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then it was funny because like he was already messing around with the track like when I walked into the studio, and then he was like, oh well, why don't you just do the melody? And then I was like, all right, and then just hopped in, and then I think within like an 4 hour, like we kind of got the track done on that day, like on that day.
We
Like,
finished it
yeah.
in like 1 week.
Oh yeah. Like mixing, mastering, all that completed just in 1 week. Yeah.
So in terms of like making drum and bass, like the beats, like say you're making any genre, right?
Yeah.
How do you know to make like the structure of the beats? Is it like live jamming, or is it, do you know the grids, how to make them? Like what do you guys do for that? Or looping and then adjusting loops, or what's the style?
I feel like if you are someone that makes bass music in general, you should already know like the structure of most music out there. That's just because for bass music we incorporate so much, like so many influences and sounds and drums and breaks and stuff like that, to the point where we like it's just second nature to us almost, you know. In terms of drum and bass and the way we produce, we usually have a reference track. So while we're producing, we, let's say, loading a track that we really enjoy, or we want to have like the feel of that track, and we kind of just, like we listen to it, we put into the session, and we try to hear like how he or she or they made the track like as awesome as it is, and
Right.
we kind of just try to, feel the vibe of that.
Yeah, like I think I was reading a book about like just songwriting in general, and they said like they were like, okay, figure out like who you would be supporting on tour, or something, like I don't know, or like that's true. The reference track's pretty important, right?
Yeah.
Not just in terms of the structure, but the sound as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But then in terms of checking out the sound, like like one of my friends always said, like you gotta like check it out on like the really nice monitor speakers, and then like some really shit like speakers, like a car. He always said car stereo. Put it in a car stereo. So what do you guys do? Or check it out on your phone or on earbuds or whatever?
So here's the thing. We have some pretty nice monitors in the studio, but to be honest, most of the time we just use span. It's this free VST that gives you like, it's a frequency chart.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Cool.
most of the time we just use span, just because for us, we can't produce for too long. Like for me, I get bored. Like if I sit in the studio for like 4 hours trying to like work on just one track, I get bored. Sky here's the same as well. So to be honest, most of the time, like, we don't know where we'll be working. Sometimes we'll be in the studio. Sometimes it's like coffee shop.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just at home, and sometimes we don't have headphones or anything with us. We can't bring our 8-inch monitors like, everywhere we go.
Oh man, go down to like coffee shop with the monitors, put it
Yeah. But yeah, so we have sort of like learned how to see frequencies in that sense, by using just span. So we get really comfortable with span. We get comfortable with the headphones that we use, and we make sure that like it translates well that way. We don't have cars, so
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we have one.
yeah, it will be.
Yeah, my friend, he's from Ireland, so I think everyone there has cars. Yeah.
They,
So, yeah.
need a car there. It's
Yeah,
not,
yeah, exactly.
It's not like yeah.
No, I mean, like, I'm sure that I'm actually referencing a friend called John, who's the guy is so cool. He built like white speakers, like his own Bluetooth speakers, like from scratch.
Oh.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Which is something like I could never do,
Well, I can't do that.
Like I can barely build like my nephew's Lego. Like, yeah.
Those are hard.
It is hard, man. Stepping on Lego is painful as well.
It's for all ages. For
Yeah.
Difficulty is everywhere.
All right, guys. So we've listened to the Genesis EP.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome, guys. If you're out there, Eaton Radio on the Facebook, Instagram, Mixcloud, YouTube, check out the Genesis EP by Pressure K and Sky Limbu. It's freaking awesome, and you can listen back here. So what are we gonna check out next?
Sky, you first, man.
All right,
Play a
cool.
song for us.
We're gonna check out some of the tracks. Sky's gonna tell us about it.
Yeah. I think that this is a track I put out. Like, is a remix by San Holo, one of my favorite artists.
There we go.
Yeah. And hope you guys like it. I just released it last month. It's on SoundCloud. I can't put it on Spotify. Yeah, go check it out.
Actually, are we about to have like a beat battle or something? Because I have some IDs, you have some IDs, and like vote.
I think you have more, man.
vote later.
Don't vote.
Oh, man, yeah. All right, this is like the death match, man. Have you guys seen that show on Netflix, Alice in Borderland? Have you watched that?
Oh, no, I heard of it, but I haven't.
Yeah, it sounds like something like that would be on there, or like a beat battle, like loser dies.
Oh shit.
It's really sick, dude. I watched the whole thing. I say it's sick.
That sounds depressing.
No, it's kind of it's watchable, man. It's watchable. Anyway, guys, all right, we're gonna play some music now. BB, you okay? This is originally by San Holo, who's is an American producer, right?
He's a Dutch producer.
Dutch, sorry. Actually, I just said that. I just saw a white dude, and I thought I was like, okay, it must be American. No, just kidding. I can say that, I think. Anyway, shit, who knows? Just rewind the shit. Don't fire me, Eaton. Okay, San Holo, and what's his style? Tell us a bit about it.
Well, he also came from a band background too. So, but now he does electronic. He does future bass, but he doesn't just stick to future bass. He do something else too. He do house also.
Oh yeah.
So you can't really pinpoint a genre for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And this is your remix. All right,
Yeah.
guys. BB, you okay? Check this guys out. Oh yeah, echo out, man. We should have done that. Maybe we can just try. Let's try that again. Nah, never mind. We're gonna piss everyone off. Yeah. So you just heard that. Is it? So it's actually Baby You Okay, right? It's not
Yeah.
like BB You Okay. So that's
Yeah.
Baby You Okay, San Holo. This is Sky's remix. And yeah. So actually, I want to ask you guys. This year's been no partying, or less parties, I guess. And how have you found it, like, throughout, like, the whole coronavirus? Like, has it been good for, like, working more? Or has it been kind of like, well, I don't know, not feeling the vibes? Or, like, what are you guys' thoughts in the last year or so?
I think just 2 words. It sucks. No, I mean it's been quite hard because before this I used to do gigs, like I used to play bars, and now that, like, because of Corona I don't really get to play anything much. It's just studio, and then just I do a part time, like, in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the bright side about it is that, like, I'll be honest, I don't think this EP would have happened if Corona didn't hit at all.
Yeah.
Because I feel like before COVID, like, we were all so, like, busy with our own lives.
Yeah.
And, it's always about going out and you're rushing. And I feel like when COVID hit, like, it does suck, but it also gives us, like, a lot of time to do things that we wanted to do before. Like, hey, remember that thing you wanted to learn? Oh, we got time to learn that now,
Yeah.
Or, like, spend an extra, like, 4 or 5 hours in the studio or something,
Yeah. I mean, personally, I find, that's cool, but, like, I'm at the point sometimes where I'm like, officially, like, over this shit.
We learn to survive.
Yeah, exactly. But I think, I don't know. Maybe, get your vaccine, I guess. But I've been less hungover this year, which is good. Less days wasted, I know. Sounds like spoken like a true party alcoholic. Like, well, the bright side's like, less hangover days. Yeah, exactly. All right, so what are we gonna listen to, guys? We got a few tracks left, and we got like 10 minutes to go. Oh no, we can stay for 15, 20. We're good.
Okay, cool.
We'll stay the whole night.
Yeah, man.
Can we play ID2?
Yeah, sure. So this seems like it's a mystery track, which is. Can you tell us about it a bit, Ben?
Yeah, so this year I'm planning to release like around 4 to 5 EPs. So that was just the first one. And this one's coming out sometime this year. I'm not gonna give too much spoilers, so yeah.
It's good.
So there's not like a name for it at all.
It's ID.
ID.
It's the name is ID2, so
So you don't know too.
All right. Look out for it, guys. This is one of Pressure K's track coming out this year, currently called ID2, but obviously it will have a name in the future. And it looks. Let's just listen to it. This is Eaton Radio, by the way. I'm Fabsabs. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday. I'm here with Limbu and Pressure K, talking about music and hearing music. Playing music.
Oh
All right, guys, check us out. That's a track by Pressure K, Mystery Name, and it's coming out later this year. So keep an eye out for it. Yeah, I'd like to know a bit about that. Actually, there's that crazy little kick like fast bit in the middle. Is that like more like Jersey club style again, or what is that? That's kind of like, that was really interesting. And then I like how you have a little kind of snare, drum and bassy break spit as well.
I think for me, I get bored if it's the same drop over and over again. And I mean, I started out as a DJ first before I started producing. So for me, I like my songs to have like energy at a 10 at all times almost.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
yeah. It's not really Jersey, but it's just like a 4 to the floor, but double time, so it feels fast. It's at 160, so.
So like a double, like instead of like one extra kick drum in the middle.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So Jerome says lit. So, all right, Jerome, let you know when it comes out later this year. Actually, like I don't know, if I were playing this track outside, which I will be when it comes out, I guess, I would definitely like almost like cue that part for the end as well, and then I don't know, that's dope, man. I love that. That's awesome. And then also the synth line or the melodic line there, kind of like almost like a sort of like I don't know, to me like Arabic Middle Eastern vibe or something. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Like delay llama, man. The plugin.
It's not delay llama.
What's delay llama?
It's a plugin. It goes like, whoa.
Oh, no, man.
It's a plugin of a llama just making vowels.
But it's not delay llama.
But it's not. Yeah. That's kind of the vibe that I was going for. I've never really tried to branch out to a Middle Eastern trap type vibe, so that's the first time. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah, man. If you like that, you should. There's actually an artist called Acid Arab, which is really good, like for that. And now to think about it, have you ever heard of this guy called Arab Music?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, dude. But actually, his stuff's not really Araby, but now that I thought about it, just really good MPC style stuff.
The thing is, his production is next level.
Yeah, it's sick, dude, right? Yeah. Have you ever, and also his live stuff's just like, shh. Like, so, yeah, talking about plugins, like you mentioned, what's this, Delay Llama?
Delay llama.
So, for all you...
It's a bad plugin. It's not really a good plugin, guys. Don't get it.
So actually, just for our audience, if you don't produce music, you might not know this, but what a plugin is. I guess it's, God, I'm gonna struggle to describe it. It's just something which can alter your music to give it a certain sound or volume or whatever. So is that probably correct description of plugins, right?
Well,
I
Not
mean,
really. It could be instrument. It could be lots of stuff.
it could be for production. It could be for mixing. It could be for mastering. But is this? I think Ben can explain this better than I can.
just think about it like Lego. In order to make a big monster, you need multiple Legos. So plugins are like Legos. So we have different Legos when we make a track, and we use certain types of Legos to make a track better in this sense and that sense. So I feel like that's the easiest way to explain it. Anything else, and it'll be a bit like too geeky. So
The first ever plugin I bought was Sausage Fattener.
Oh,
Like everyone.
That's a good one.
So everyone out there, Sausage Fattener is by this, I guess you could call them EDM, future house, data life duo. Really awesome. And they make two, the two that I have is Sausage Fattener, which is when you make it more bassy and full, there's a big sausage that just gets bigger
It gets angrier.
and angry. And then Infinite, what's it called? The one where the... Endless smile, yeah, I have it. I forgot the name. It's basically a guy smiling, but it gives you like kind of crazy drum rolls and breakdowns and things that you can play with. Yeah, so actually I don't have too many apart from that, to be honest with you. I should get some more. I want to get Delay Llama now you mention it.
that only works on Windows though.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
it's free. You don't have to buy it. Yeah.
Right.
But good luck getting it to work with modern OS.
Oh,
It's
right.
really old.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't used Windows since I was working. Oh, yo, Huge Forehead. What's up, dude? How you doing? I do like that name, Huge Forehead. Yeah, I haven't used like a Windows computer for like years, man. But some of my friends produce using Fruity Loops or FL Studio.
Yeah.
Which what do you guys are Ableton though, right?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said
yeah. I need to update it. I haven't.
Oh man, there's a new one, right?
Yeah.
Ableton 11. All right, so now we've played Pressure K track. It's Pressure's on Sky Limbu.
Show me what you got.
What you got? Come at me, bro.
I lost already.
Come at me, bro.
Now my stuff's are a bit more chill.
No, we didn't want to like turn this into like a producer deathmatch. Don't worry. If you want crap tracks, you can just hear mine. You'll be fine.
Like the next song I have is like I think To the Stars. I released that last year. Yeah.
Play an ID, man.
I'll play that later.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a bit more it's like guitar. I added a guitar there too, but it's a bit more chill. It's not really headbanging or anything.
So yeah, we've been talking about like how Sky used to play like in bands, right? As well, you said.
Yeah, I do.
So what kind of band? You said punk.
Yeah. It was like in high school. We kind of did a punk rock or pop punk kind of band thing, but I mean we're high school kids, so it didn't really work out later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then I also tried doing acoustic like YouTube covers.
Sorry, can I say something? If you go to YouTube
Don't.
and search his
Don't.
name, you can still find the acoustic covers online. It is the
It's
funniest
bad.
thing. Just go do it.
It's horrible, guys. Like, go do it if you can make fun of it. I don't really mind. I'm kidding. No, it's horrible.
And I'll give you guys the link in a second.
No, I'm not giving you the link.
Don't worry, I was in university. I was in a band for like we only had like 2 shows, and I didn't even do anything. I was like the backing singer, but it was a punk band. All I used to do was like so the song be 2 minutes, and I used to arrange a drinking contest. So like it would be me against the audience, a drinking contest to see if we can finish like a huge beer within the song limit. So
It
yeah.
was more drinking, less music. I guess.
Yeah, and I used to shout sometimes. That's all I did, and it was just like, yeah. Anyway, all right, guys, let's play this To the Stars. Check it out. Eaton Radio, Fabsabs here. Shout out to you all. Thursday. Might as well start the party for the weekend.
Falling down and then rising up, reach the clouds in a state of flux. Rolling through the sky, I forget the faces. Do you ever wonder why we try to find these places? Falling down and
Shout out to
then
CIS. What's up?
reach the clouds in a state of flux. I can see you falling, reaching for a grip. Come with me, I'm rising and I'll never let you slip. No, don't worry, my love. Look to the stars above. I've got you for now, and we are coming down. Falling down and then rising up, reach the clouds in a state of flux. Rolling through the sky, I forget the faces. Do you ever wonder why we try to find these places? Hold my hand and call out my name. We'll go to a land where our hearts can stay. I can see you falling, reaching for a grip. Come with me, I'm rising and I'll never let you slip. No, don't worry, my love. Look to the stars above. I've got you for now, and we are coming down. I'll take us from here beyond the stratosphere, embracing the sound, and we are coming down.
Woo! What's up? If you just joined, Yeah, we got like a little boy here, and I think that's a Neil. How you doing, man? Long time no see.
Hey, long time.
Yo, what's up? Thursday afternoon, like last weekend for me was huge, and I got drunk on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I said I'd take a break this week, but like now I want to drink again. There's I guess 4 days. 4 days. Anyway, that was To the Stars. It's by Limbu, and he's right here with me.
Yeah.
So we heard that you recorded the guitar part live for that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's also I recorded at home again. Ben helped me mix and master for this track. My mixing and mastering skill is not that good.
No, it's alright. It's pretty good. Not too bad.
I'm hearing two different stories. It's like good, bad. Like I'm sure it's good, man. It's better than mine. So.
I'm getting better now, thanks to him.
Yeah, I think I went to too many raves like back in the day, and I can't hear anything anymore. Like one time, someone rang my doorbell, and then like my friend was there, and he was like, "Why don't you answer the door?" And I was like, "Oh shit, losing high frequency hearing already." Oh come on, I don't mind being a cyborg, like getting new ears for sure. All right, so we're going over time a bit, but I think it's cool as long as they don't like kick us out, which they might. But we still got a few songs to play, so. Now Pressure K's on. Pressure's on Pressure K.
Yeah.
Or no Pressure K, I don't know. So what are you thinking, man? Tell us about it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I guess that's like the same.
Yeah, sorry, one was sometimes WAV doesn't come out.
I think I'll play, since you played like a bit of a poppy chill song, I'll play one as well. ID3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It'll be funny if it's the wrong one.
Yeah, so just for the listeners around, and just if you just joined, Anil, what's up, man? How you doing? CIS HK, actually the school I went to. Stalking me now. What's up, CIS? I wasn't the best student, but you still love me, and I love you too. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so Pressure K right here, or Ben. He's got some tracks coming out, and this is one of his mystery tracks coming out. It's going to be the 4th EP of this year. He's got 4 EPs coming.
Yeah.
One's already out, I guess.
Yeah,
So that one we played earlier. So yeah, and this track's called ? We don't know. So everyone have a listen.
Even when I close my eyes, all I see is you. Tell me where you run in my mind, so I know just what to do.
All right, that was a mystery track by Pressure K coming out later this year. That was dope. Awesome bass line, man. It's a good kind of like growling bass line, man. So yeah, tell us about that track a little bit, like where the inspiration come from and.
Was it Bryan Adams?
Bryan Adams.
The inspiration was not Bryan Adams.
Got my first real 6-string.
Bought it.
Sorry.
Actually, the inspiration came from you, man.
Oh really?
Yeah, cause
Oh, that's man, this is touching.
Yeah, that's really.
Cause for me anyway, like I'm mostly like a, like heavy bass type producer, and then
a lot of head banging.
yeah, and then ever since I started working with you, cause music theory is a little bit of like my downfall as well, and I just decided I want to make like a bit more of a commercial poppy type track, nothing too top 40, but like something that's a bit more chill and relaxed.
A bit more like mixed, like I guess.
Yeah. A bit more like suited to the masses. How about that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, but I think like a lot of people. I feel like when you like play a lot of underground electronic like me, sometimes you get like people thinking like, oh, that's too mainstream, but it's actually like newsflash. It's actually a lot fucking harder to do something mainstream in my opinion, Yeah, like mad respect. Anyways, I think it sounds awesome, dude. And yeah, this very festival. I could see you guys like playing together with like a bunch of fireworks, and like, all the champagne and the models, and then like, and then like 2 years later, like billionaires like in the rehab and shit.
Can't wait to be a billionaire.
Yeah, man. Like my lawyer will call you. No, I wish I was that rich. Oh God, that'd be great. Yeah. Rich enough to be in one of those like super rich, expensive rehabs. All right. Anyway, so okay, I guess we got time for a couple more tracks. Oh, it's Paul. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man?
What's up, Paul?
Jason Derulo. How you doing, Jason, man? Jonah, man. This is Jonah even. Jeez. Jonah, man. How you doing, man? How was your birthday? 30th, dudes. Oh man, you crazy. All right, so we're gonna play Final Space.
Yeah.
I'm joined here by Sky Limbu and Ben Pressure K. We're going through all their stuff and just like shooting the shit as well. And this is a track by Sky Limbu. It's called Final Space. Check it out. Boom. Woo! Yeah. All right, that was Final Space by Sky Limbu. All right, he's right here. So let's hear a bit about the track. So it's not released yet, huh? So when's it coming out?
Well, it's coming out next month. I think at the end of next month, April 23rd. I forgot the release date when it's gonna come out, but it's coming out next month anyway. Yeah.
So when you guys put out tracks, like, are you using like that CD Baby or like distro, whatever?
Yeah,
kit?
distro kit, yeah. And then so you have to give them a month ahead.
Yeah.
Before, and then because if you give them too early, it won't be released on the date you want it.
Yeah, because I had experienced that where we're like, oh man, I don't know if it's gonna come out in time, and then like the guy I was working with, he's like, we're like there at midnight. It's like, is it out? And it's like, oh, why is it not out? And I was like, oh no. It's kind of crazy. So I don't know if you guys know that out there in the world, on the Facebook, Instagram, Mixcloud, YouTube, wherever you're watching. When you put out tracks nowadays, it's kind of like back in the day, you print your CD and then your vinyl or cassette tape or whatever. And then, it'd go to like CD shops and stuff and distribution. And like the digital model is like pretty much the same. You have to go through these platforms. You can't just release it directly. It's kind of weird, right? In a way. I mean, I feel like that's like, it's like quite old school.
I mean, nowadays it's easier to get your music out. I mean, DistroKid isn't that expensive too. It's like quite cheap. It's like I think 200 KD something for 1 year. So I think anyone can afford that now.
Yeah.
I think the best thing about now is that like you can put it out for free on SoundCloud too.
Yeah.
And get a decent following without having to pay for a distributor. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people use Spotify, but I feel like as DJs, all of us, I think we can safely say that we prefer SoundCloud tracks more than Spotify.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of where all the, illegal remixes are. So,
Well, yeah, I think like to me, like SoundCloud reminds me a bit of like, I mean, I like buying vinyl and like a lot of places you'll go to the vinyl shop and there'll just be like a bunch of like white label bootleg vinyls.
Yeah.
And that's like where you just find the really crazy, like I was in Paris like a couple years ago and I bought like some vinyls like of just like bootlegs. And it was so like weird shit. Like it was like Adele drum and bass, like Britney Spears, like GABA, like metal, like just crazy shit, man. I love that stuff. Like, and that everyone's been doing that. SoundCloud has more of that vibe. Spotify as well. Like, I don't know what you guys think. It might be a bit controversial, but I mean, just putting it out there, like, and no rights are wrong, but Spotify can get your name out there and like more fans, but. There's not much of a business model for artists from Spotify. You don't really, unless you're like having like 1 billion streams, Yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you prefer, like some people say, like, I'm only going to release on like SoundCloud or Bandcamp. I don't know. What do you guys think? From my point of view, I think you kind of need them all, but some people just say, screw it. I'm just going to make like one Bandcamp page and that's it.
I think Spotify is good for the majority of the masses just because a lot of people use Spotify on a daily basis. But I think for getting a following, Spotify is the worst. Just because they don't really categorize your music properly, and also it's hard to get a reach on Spotify. Because keep in mind that so one of the people I look up to is Diplo, and when I put my track on Spotify, I mean, who are you gonna choose? Some guy you don't know, or are you gonna listen to Diplo's new track? Whereas for SoundCloud, it's easy to get a following because you have people on SoundCloud give back to the community by supporting each other. In that sense, Bandcamp is the same thing, where they will actually dig for new artists and new music because they don't really enjoy like what's being popularized right now. That's my opinion anyway. What about you?
I mean, I guess I mean same thing like what Ben said too. It's true. Spotify is really saturated. Like I mean, new musics are always coming out in Spotify, and then you really can't compete. It's too competitive. Yeah, and then. With SoundCloud is more cool. It's more like laid back because you won't get copyright strike too much if you want to do something more creative or use samples or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's that element of like copyright strike, which is like kind of crazy because sometimes you're not even like copying something for starters.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I think like we look at like hip hop history or whatever, like sampling's like a very legit form. If it was me, one of those artists getting sampled and like by an underground artist, I'd love it, man. Like, but I know. I mean, that's it's a real debate, but yeah. I mean, SoundCloud all the way. I love Bandcamp. The curation's crazy.
Yeah.
Like they write really. I mean, if you guys don't know it out there, man, Bandcamp is like the American Pie Bandcamp. You know, like, dude, that they write cool articles. Like they'll be like this week's like Korean punk hardcore music, like stuff you never heard of. Like that's why I love it, man. They just do a great job, in my opinion. And yeah, we're running over a bit, so we might have to end soon. So yeah, we got one more track. So it's on Pressure K now. We haven't played. I don't know. So you can see
those two. Let's go for ID1.
ID1.
So it's all IDs now
Yeah.
at this point. And I feel like this track is also a good like closer. So
All right, guys. So we're gonna play the next a track from the next EP coming out by Pressure K. That's Ben over here, and yeah, it's a mystery name. And then afterwards, we'll say our salutations and hope you have an awesome Thursday and get the weekend started early. Skip work tomorrow, man. Why not? Don't get fired. I sick leave. Why, Kurt? Hello.